Hello everyone, welcome back to the video today. So we're going to be talking about Black Ops 4 and the new beta new beta shit today. So this video is pretty much going to be talking about the bad things and the good things about the beta so far, and pretty much my first impressions of the game. I have only played this game for about a couple hours, so don't really think that my review is going to be completely final until the end, because I have not played the full potential of this game, and so I still have stuff to understand about the game. I still have weapons to use and stuff like that, and so I'm still figuring things out. So please understand that. Also, that this game is a beta, so that things will change in the future eventually. So don't really think that whatever I say now, I'm going to stick with it throughout the entirety of the entire season of this game. So things will change, so don't worry about that. So other than that, let's get into the video. Okay, so I'm going to try and keep this video really short as much as possible. However, I'm not keeping any promises to a length or whatever it is. So I have a few things that I want to talk about that are positive about the game. So the first thing is that the Treyarch has basically made it so that if you damage an enemy more than 50%, you are guaranteed kill no matter what. I have done this multiple times, and I think you can possibly see this a few times in the gameplay if you pay attention to like the kill feed below near my bottom HUD area or whatever it is. But if you damage an enemy more than 50% of their health, and another person like kills them or whatever, you will still get the 100 points from killing them. So you don't have to worry about like the assist or whatever it is. Like, dude, I fucking damaged that guy so much, he's lit or whatever it is, and then that person goes and just steals the kill and gets all the points and whatever it is, just because you damage them a little, like so much, and then they just had to shoot them like in the foot a little, like one time, and they're dead. Like that's how much it is. So I'm really glad that they decided to put this in, because now I don't have to worry about fucking grinding kills for kill streaks now. So I can just simply damage enemies, and if I'm lit as hell and I can't battle, my teammate goes in for the kill and they kill them, then I still get the kill. So that's pretty good, and I like that they put that in the game. Next thing is going to be the movement, and they talked about this at the live reveal, and it's that there pretty much isn't going to be any exo movement, like exo sliding, wall riding, and jetpacks, of course. There is sliding in the game, however, it's much slower than just basically sprinting. I don't know why it's like that, but the sliding feels almost like it's slower than sprinting. So I don't know what that's about, but basically, I really like this movement style. It's been with me ever since I started playing COD, except my first Call of Duty was Advanced Warfare, so I'm going to throw that off the table. So I've been playing with boots on the ground for a very long time, so I'm much more used to it. So I'm glad that they decided to stick with what the community likes. Okay, and so for the last one, I'm gonna have for a positive is gonna be that the weapons are somewhat easy to use. They are, fairly simple to understand, especially if you played previous Call of Duties, especially in the Black Ops area. They are pretty much, resembling that. The assault rifles are fairly straightforward. The SMGs have some recoil problems and stuff like that, but they aren't that bad. So the SMGs are pretty much, they're your type of weapon where it's a high fire rate, kind of low damage, but at the same time, kind of like a medium recoil. And the assault rifles are more of like a, medium fire rate, little to no recoil, and, a little bit of a high damage area. And I used this sniper rifle once, and it didn't really feel like a sniper rifle. It felt more like a DMR. Um, and it's not in the gameplay or anything like that, but the sniper rifles are just really interesting. They morally feel like a more like a laser rifle or something like that. So I don't really know what that's about, but like that's how it just feels to me. It doesn't actually shoot lasers, of course, but it just felt like it looked like a laser rifle or something like that. So it didn't really feel like a sniper in my opinion. So yeah. Okay, so we're going to be moving into the negatives now, and I have a lot more negatives than positives, unfortunately, about this game. I was expecting a lot more, exciting things for the beta, but unfortunately, it kind of disappointed me when I got into the game. So the first one's going to be kind of like a minor one. This isn't really like going to be affecting, the gameplay as much. but the impact noises on your person are very, very loud. Now, if you've played this beta and you've probably played this game at like somewhat of a high, audio level, you are going to understand what I'm saying by this. The impact noises of a bullet simply just hitting your person are so loud, especially if you're concentrated on the game or in like a search and destroy game. I was literally going around a corner one time I was playing in a map, and I just hopped around a corner and I didn't even see this guy, and he just started shooting me, and I almost went into cardiac arrest. It was terrible, and it was so loud I could not even handle it. I had to stop and I had to take a breath for a second like that, because it was so like intense and crazy, and like for that to be that loud and scary, for that to happen, it's crazy. And I understand that they're trying to make it similar to like a war game like every other Call of Duty. However, they do not need to make it so it's like fucking blaring to the point where you're gonna like scare the shit out of someone just because they get shot. Okay, like if there's a person playing and then there's a person dying, and you're not the person dying, you're the person playing, and I'm pretty sure you don't want to kill the person playing. So yeah. Okay, so the next one is they're trying to make this game really, really tactical. If you guys have ever played CSGO, Rainbow Six Siege, or any kind of game similar to that concept, this is basically what they're trying to do. They're trying to make the game specific to, accomplishing an objective with, equipment. It's more like Rainbow Six rather than CSGO, because CSGO is like a straight ass search and destroy, and there's not as much like equipment and, tactical areas in there. But they're trying to make it really similar to Rainbow Six, and I'm not really okay with that, because COD is more about fast-paced gameplay, accomplishing an objective, and basically shooting someone like 3 shots and killing them. Okay, I don't need to be, shooting a recon dart in this area and then pulling down my goggles just to, fucking pulse an enemy to see where they're doing. I played World War II a ton, and I don't need all this equipment just to kill someone. Okay, I can seriously go around a corner and shoot them in the head, and I will be able to accomplish the objective the same way. I don't need all of this stuff going down. I feel like they were just trying to copy all of these games though, just to make their game better. So let's talk about that for a little bit. Okay, so like I said, that they're trying to basically copy Rainbow Six and CS:GO. I also felt that they were actually trying to copy Fortnite a little bit, just because this whole new idea of this battle royale game mode, and this is pretty much because of this whole Fortnite game just becoming so popular. They wanted to become popular too, because I feel like the Call of Duty area, the franchise is pretty much going downhill because of Fortnite. Um, so they've pretty much created a new battle royale game mode, which they haven't made yet because it's still the multiplayer beta. Um, the fact that they're trying to do that is kind of annoying. That Call of Duty is pretty much run out of ideas for their own games, that they pretty much have to leech off of other genres of game modes, and it's kind of annoying that they're trying to do this. So I really feel that maybe if they tried to really sit down, think about something for maybe a good like 2 hours or 3 hours or however long it takes them, brainstorm ideas, come up with a solid standpoint for creating a game, then maybe they actually have something to work with. Instead, they're basically just going on the internet, seeing, oh, Fortnite's doing really good. Let's just make a battle royale game mode. Okay, that sounds good. Let's do that. It doesn't even take 30 seconds to say that. Like, it sounds like they pretty much just didn't even care about this game, and they're just going off of other games just to create one single retarded game. The next one is gonna sound kind of like I'm really salty, but that's okay. We're just gonna go ahead and stick with it. I really feel kind of annoyed the fact that I have to shoot so many bullets into one person to kill them, and I really don't like this, because when I play Call of Duty, I like this fast-paced gameplay where I go in and I'm shooting a bunch of people and I'm hitting feeds left and right. There are times I've gotten double kills and one triple kill, I think I remember in here, but that's because I got lucky, because they were already damaged to the point where all I had to do was just shoot each of them once or a couple of times just to kill them. Now, if you want to get a fucking triple kill on 3 full health players, you straight up have to make sure you're either invisible or they cannot see you because you're like hiding or something like that. It is pretty much impossible to get a triple kill, or if they suck. If they suck, they fucking suck, and they probably won't be able to hit you. That's another reason you will be able to get a triple kill or whatever it is. But it is impossible to like already kill one person for me. Like I played a bunch of Black Ops 3, and there was pretty much shooting a person 3 times, they're dead. And that's easy to do because you're able to go ahead and continue with the gameplay because you're able to continue that fast-paced gameplay with the 3 shots to killing someone. Now it's like 6 or 5 or 6, I don't even know, but like it can be even more if you're not hitting the correct parts of the body, and it's kind of annoying. That's why headshots are going to be more important in this game rather than fucking just straight up body shot shooting. And I'm not okay with this whole shooting someone like 8 times because that's really that's not what COD is. Okay, I mean I understand it's a fucking shooter, but let's think about this. I mean, we're coming from Black Ops 2, the storyline in which you were shooting someone 3 times to kill them. We're going into a whole new game where I'm shooting someone 7 times, and then we're going back to Black Ops 3, and I'm shooting someone for 3 times again. It just doesn't make any sense. And let's actually talk about that because I actually have something to say on that too. Okay, so this is gonna sound like really confusing, so I'm gonna try and display this to you guys. Um, in the easiest way possible. So if we are talking about this game in a timeline, this is what it's going to be. It's going to be Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 4, and then Black Ops 3. That is how it is going to be. Now, Black Ops 4 in this timeline is not making any sense at all. Like I said just on the previous point, shooting someone 7 times does not make any sense to the timeline because in previous Call of Duties, I shot someone for 3 times, killed them. And then in the Black Ops 3 timeline, I also shot them 3 times and killed them. But in Black Ops 4, it's much different. I have to shoot them many more times just to finish off one person. And it doesn't make any sense to that. So, that just doesn't make any sense. Another major thing that doesn't make any sense to the timeline is the amount of equipment that we are getting in this game already just in the beta. There's a lot of things that doesn't make any sense. The stim shot, it just doesn't fit with this game, especially if we're thinking about the timeline. If we're thinking about like Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1, they didn't have a stim shot, okay? You had like automatic regen. If we're thinking about Black Ops 3, automatic regen again. But for some reason, the military thought it would be a great idea to implement a fucking stim shot to our soldiers and then decide to remove it when we get to exosuits. Okay, I don't understand that. Like, we're not trying to do exo health or anything like that from Advanced Warfare, but there is no reason that we should have even included the stim shot into this game. Okay, that's one piece of equipment that is probably the most like doesn't make any sense. Okay, that should have probably been removed from any idea that like arose. Okay, like do not even think of doing this again. If any Call of Duty like developers even think to do that, that is a stupid idea. Okay, do not even think about that. There are other pieces of equipment that you can use in this game, though. Each specialist has their own piece of equipment specified to them, and that piece of equipment is your lethal. There are no tacticals in this game. However, it is a beta, so stuff will change later. So right now there are no tacticals, but there are lethals, and each of these lethals have their own special, thing, and they do not regen over health. That I know of. I haven't really been paying attention to much of the lethals. However, when I do use one, it takes a fucking long ass time to regen, so you do get it back, unlike other Call of Duties where if you waste all 3 of your grenades or all 2 of your grenades, then you can't get them back. But that's honestly a good thing, I think, because the fact that we can use multiple of them, but you can't spam them at the same time is a good thing in some ways, but also just having your own tactical equipment and is kind of annoying. Okay, so another one is going to be the fact that the Treyarch is pretty much stealing from Black Ops 3. they have the characters or the specialists from Black Ops 3 in Black Ops 4. And like I said in the previous point, this is a timeline in which Black Ops 2 originated, and then it became Black Ops 4 and then Black Ops 3. So if they are putting the specialists in here, then I don't understand, where did all the regular soldiers go? Like, did they just completely remove them from the military? Are they only these soldiers like now? Like, are we just ditching that idea? Um, it went from Black Ops 3 having specialists, Infinite Warfare having specialists, and then World War II put in divisions, which are simply kind of specialists, but not at the same time. Like, there's still random character models and stuff like that, but there isn't one single character representing that division. You can have multiple of the same division on one team, and that's what I like about World War II. You're not having that bullshit like you are in Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, and in Infinite Warfare. So I feel like if they were to, put these specialist characters in, I still feel like they should have had a minimal amount. I don't think that they should have brought back all, like, majority of them, because just doing that just doesn't make any sense. Like, what they were trying to do in Black Ops 3 was create an origin story for each of the characters by you doing those, like, audio, playable things or whatever it is, if you did like a certain challenge, which was honestly really pointless. And I mean, that made sense, but we don't really care about the origin stories of our characters, okay? If we go into multiplayer, honestly, from my point of view, I don't care about the origin story of my character. I don't care about that. If I care about anything, it's the fact that I'm going in and I'm accomplishing the objective. I could give two shits about simply going in and, like, oh, hey, did you know that Battery, she once was like a fucking a baker, and she owned a pet store at the same time, and that she was married and had 8 kids, and then they all died in a car crash. Like, I don't care about that, okay? I care about my fucking, like, I care about, like, my guns, and I care about shooting, like, people in Call of Duty, okay? I don't care about the backstory of that. If you wanted to do that, I would have made a whole new, like, section of the game to display, like, a movie or something like that, to say, this about this time, Battery was, she was, making, weapons for arms dealers and stuff like that, and the United States government found out about it, and they decided to recruit her to fight on their side. And okay, that makes sense, because what you're doing is just talking about the story. I don't care about, playing the game and having them from one game and then going back in time and seeing how they played, like how they started out. That doesn't make any sense to me, and I don't like that, in my opinion. And I feel like what they should have done is could have been very simple, and probably should have resembled Black Ops 2, if anything. So yeah, they should have done that pretty much. Okay, so another one is going to be that I honestly feel like when I play this game that it doesn't feel like Call of Duty. And that's honestly really sad for me to even say, because when I pre-ordered this game, I was like, dude, I'm going to be playing some serious fucking Call of Duty. It's going to feel like Black Ops 2. It's going to feel like fucking Black Ops 3 at the same time, and it's going to be awesome. When I got in here, I was not impressed. It felt honestly very bad. Especially since I know that, like, Black Ops 3 had a beta and stuff like that, and it did not play out very well. And then we got to the Black Ops 3 actual game, and it seems pretty fun, and it was pretty cool. However, when we got to Black Ops 4 beta, I was expecting a lot more out of them, because they had the BO3 beta, but it played out shit. Like, it was terrible. Like, it was fucking god awful. And then we got to Black Ops 3, and it was fucking amazing. And there were a lot of things that they could have changed in the BO3 beta to make it so much better, but they decided not to include those. And so I was expecting a lot out of the BO4 beta. And when I got here, I was not impressed. And there's a lot of things that can that really, like, doesn't, like, make me feel like this is a COD game. And one of them is the radar. This radar thing of, like, looking around. If you enter a new part of the map and you are, like, showing vision, your dot on the map will show what you're looking at. And you can see that right now in the gameplay. As I am moving around, you can see, like, this, like, white area that's, like, surrounding me, and that's what I am seeing in my vision. That's what I can see as my character, and I don't really like that. I wish that they would have just had the thing where your character is an arrow on the map. You're moving around, and you don't have that white area, okay? But even if you see a player and you see that player moving, you can still see the red dot moving around. You don't need to have this white area of, seeing. That just doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like maybe like what they were trying to do with the white area is to show players where you can move and where you can go around the map. And I really didn't think we needed to do that. I mean, a lot of people who pre-ordered this game are probably going to be somewhat of COD veterans and know exactly what they're doing. So there's really no reason to be having this white area. I feel like it's just a waste of time to even have on my radar. And it's honestly, it could almost be a distraction, and it just doesn't make any sense to this Call of Duty because we didn't have that in Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 2. So it's just like, why is that even there? Another thing is I feel like the shooting is almost like a BR game or a battle royale. I talked about this earlier is when saying that like the shooting is like I'm taking too many shots just to kill one person. I really feel like that's just pretty much basing it off of the battle royale game mode. Is where like Fortnite, you have to shoot someone at least 7 times or so with the blue AR just to kill them because they have this much shield and this much health or whatever it is, and they're pretty much trying to take that idea and form it into an actual war tactical shooter, which doesn't work out because it's Call of Duty is Call of Duty, and you go in, you shoot someone 3 times, and you move on to the next person. This time, I now have to shoot someone, I get shot, back off, stim shot, go back into the battle, shoot them. They're full health, so I have to continue to shoot them. I have to put up my wall or whatever it is, and then I have to fucking hide behind that, stim shot again, and then fucking shoot them, kill them. Okay, I don't need to do that. Okay, that's fucking stupid. That's sounding like Rainbow Six Siege almost, and it's really annoying that I even had to say that because that just doesn't sound like a Call of Duty to me. That sounds like a fucking Rainbow Six Siege sequel formed with Call of Duty. It's like Rainbow Six Siege and Call of Duty had a baby, and it's fucking god awful and it's fucking autistic. Okay, I don't need that kind of shit in my life. So the fact that I'm even talking about that it's really disappointing to me because I was expecting a lot out of this game, and it's really disappointed me. Okay, so I know I talked for a lot, but this is going to be the final point, and then we're going to end the video. So this last point is going to be that the environment feels much more futuristic than Black Ops 3. Now, there are going to be some parts in the gameplay that you're going to see that are going to resemble somewhat of a, pretty much Black Ops 2 area environment. However, I really feel like a lot of this shit resembled Black Ops 3 and more in the future of Black Ops 3 rather than in the future of Black Ops 2. It was kind of annoying to, play these maps and see all this like, tactical shit everywhere and all this. But when in reality, all they had to do was straight up just have us pick up a gun, run around the map, and I would have been okay with having the stim shot and stuff like that. But the environment, you like around the area, just using the stim shot and just holding the gun, it would still feel like it's like a Black Ops 3 area. The beach area I'm on right now in the gameplay, it almost resembles that one beach map from BO2. And that BO2 map was fun. I mean, it resembled, it was probably a medal of the game. It resembled the game as a whole. So, playing a map like that, I'm playing on BO2. I don't feel like this map or any other map in the beta is going to stick. Okay, maybe I'll be like, if I play this game in the future, I'll be like, oh shit, I'm playing Contraband now. Fuck, dude, I hate this map. Yeah, I'll do stuff like that, but I'm not going to, think that this map is going to be like, a giant popular map. Everyone remembers Nuketown. They're probably gonna fucking have Nuketown in this game. But is it going to be good? I don't know. I really hope it is, because if it is, then I'll probably enjoy this game a little bit more because I love Nuketown. You remember, Drone and fucking, what were those other maps? Fuck, I haven't played Black Ops 2 in forever, but I don't even remember them. I remember fucking, what were the maps? Fucking BO3. I haven't even played BO3 multiplayer in forever. Okay, so that just tells you that I've been just waiting for this game to be good for a while because I'm just tired of playing the old Black Ops multiplayer series. So when it really comes down to it, if you really want to make a Black Ops game and like a sequel to the other games, you gotta make it, better than the other one. You gotta ask the community, okay, what did you not like in this previous one, and what can we do to improve on this next one? What they did is they ignored every single person's idea from the community and just completely decided to make a whole new game, but just boots on the ground, because they heard the only thing that they heard from us was that we didn't like the exo movement system. Okay, that was obvious when it got to Infinite Warfare. Okay, and when we had Advanced Warfare, everyone was like, okay, we have exosuits, and then we got to Black Ops 3, and we're like, why do we have exosuits again? And then we got to Infinite Warfare, and everyone was just like, okay, Call of Duty, fucking listen to me. We don't want the fucking exosuits again. If you give me another fucking goddamn exosuit, I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna shoot up your goddamn company. Okay, someone is going to do that. I guarantee you. Okay, some fucking COD nerd is going to do that, and you need to understand that we do not want the exosuits anymore. So what they did is they listened to us finally. For the fucking life of them, they decided to listen for once, and they decided to give us boots on the ground, which is good. But then, as soon as they did that, they made the gameplay retarded, and they decided to make it more futuristic and the environment more futuristic, which didn't make any sense. Which is, it's retarded, and they just stopped listening to us as soon as they like, okay, they don't want the exosuits, let's just remove the exosuits. They were probably gonna have exosuits in the game. Okay, it seems like there's a lot of areas in the map that almost feel like you could use an exosuit or wall run. Like it was going to happen. Okay, like they had to have included exosuits somewhere in the game, because I mean, it's between Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 2. I mean, where's the origin of the exosuits? They're probably going to put it in this game, but they just decided to remove it because no one likes the exosuits. So, yeah. Alright, so that's pretty much it. That's all I had to talk about today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'm going to stick you guys with the rest of the gameplay with some music. Unfortunately, I didn't tell you guys this in the beginning of the video. My audio fucked up in the Elgato recording. It ended up recording like this weird background noise that I had when I didn't mean to record that. So I don't want you guys to really, hear that, because that's fucking, ruining the gameplay. I'm just going to stick some music on the background, and then we're just going to go ahead and I'll see you guys in the next one. I've got another Xbox video coming up soon for you guys. I'm currently in the process of editing it. So I will see you guys in the next one. See you guys.